everyone. Welcome to LOCKBEARD Phenomena number 17. We can't find Squatch. It is November 6th, 6 p.m. Central Time. Daylight savings time ends in a few hours, so be prepared for that. Of course, all the clocks seem to turn back automatically now, so that's not an issue. And I do not think Sasquatch cares about this issue at all. I don't know why we still do it. Habit or something. I don't know. Ever since we invented headlights and street lights and flashlights, and it's not that much of an issue, is it? Well, I see that YouTube is maybe suppressing us. I don't know. Got no chat activity. That's all right. Well, why can't we find Sasquatch? We can only speculate. They're that good at hiding, perhaps. Well, it's got to be that. Because we, hopefully most people that are going to be watching this are fairly sure the thing is out there. And as I've said before, I think that everything seems to indicate that they are no animal, that they are, well, that they're a people. I mean, we're animals technically, but so why are they able to hide from us with all our technology? They occasionally, there's a bit of a slip up there appears, but there's only so much you can do to stay out of sight when you're an entire population of a race of people. But they still manage to stay out of sight. So what I think may be the case here, you see, we're just smart enough to be stupid. If that's going to make any sense to y'all. We got smart enough we can make all this technology, but not smart enough to know when you just shouldn't use such things, shouldn't do such things. Right now we're communicating via the internet on video, and this is not natural at all. There is nothing natural about this. And, eventually, I'm sure there's already some psychologist somewhere studying the negative effects of all this, especially in the last year and a half when the fraud thing began. I still maintain it's a fraud, all of it. But where we're not having proper personal interaction, it's going to have negative psychological consequences on us all, as does this. Mankind spent, well, depending on how far back you're going to measure us as mankind, hundreds of thousands or millions of years communicating face to face, period. Aside from the odd smoke signal or I don't know, carrier pigeons or some shit. I don't know. And that's how it was done. And because we do this so much, from telephones to video conferencing, it affects how we behave to each other and how we talk to each other. It's not the same as if we were in person. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Um, Creating these homes we live in. Well, most of y'all live in. I'm still trying to refuse to live in a house myself, which I get most people don't understand that, but right, every time I'm sitting here talking to you, I'm watching the sunset right now through the trees there, and most people aren't. They're sitting in their living room on a couch watching a TV set. Your food, you go to the fridge and get your food, or maybe you order takeout. There is no doubt you were going to get food, for one. There was no proper challenge of the hunters to venture out and take down some great beast and feed the tribe for weeks or even a month or two, depending on what you bring down, And so that's affecting us very negatively. The invention of agriculture, which was, I know a lot of people think that was a great invention that for civilization. I think it was one of the biggest blunders that humanity has made. We're eating a bunch of crap that's poisonous to us and told that some of it's actually healthy. And, we've taken ourselves out of nature. And as a result, all of the positive evolutionary pressures, the things that made us strong, made us what we are, made us intelligent, caused all our differentiation from our closest cousins and the chimpanzees. All those evolutionary pressures are gone. And as a result, our species has become weaker and dumber. You see some of this. I mean, the IQ measurements are going down at like a point a generation or something like that. You go through a drive-through, and you got a lot of times a clerk who can't even count back change without having the register do it for them. People aren't having to, just random stuff, remember things to navigate life. They just Google it, Google's a great tool. It helps us, but I mean, we're relying on it. Pretty soon the damn computers will be thinking for us, and we will continue to devolve into something dumber and weaker, and until we don't know how to maintain our technology at all. And then one day, there's a solar EMP or some shit that kills all the computers and all the robots that are propping us up as a species because we created them to serve us, and they just kept doing it because they're, that's just what they're made to do. And then when they're all destroyed because of some natural disaster like that, here we'll be worse off than we were in a Stone Age. Enter our topic tonight, Sasquatch. What if Sasquatch is a race of people that thoroughly realized all this shit I just said to you and chose to just not freaking do it? Chose to stay in nature, continue to challenge themselves in strength and intelligence. And the result being is that at this point in time, if not always, they are more intelligent than we are. Straight up more intelligent than they are. They're smart enough not to screw themselves up by creating a bunch of technologies that have negative psychological, evolutionary pressures, physical consequences. This is just a really, I mean, I can't prove this, it's just speculation. But why in the hell are these things able to stay clear of us for the most part? And here we are, we think they're stupid. Maybe the joke's on us. Let's see, chat's starting to pick up, isn't it? Sharon Guy, welcome. Hate this time of year when the clocks turn back? Yeah. Paro says, setting up my crossbow listening. I have never used one before, but my rotator cuff is wearing out. Sucks getting old. Yeah. You know, one of these days, I mean, they've already found some interesting things out how to prevent aging. I would totally take advantage of it. I kind of plan on taking advantage of a certain thing pretty soon that I've put off for years. That's something they've known for years. I've just put it off and put it off because it's so damn expensive. But and it will have negative consequences on humanity as a whole. But you know, I'm worried about my survival more than the rest of humanity. But I believe that's also important to the survival of humanity. That people that think about some of these things I'm talking about are the ones we need to ensure the eternal survival of humanity. At this point, the way things are going, I think we're heading directly for a massive crash into extinction. We're setting ourselves up to all freaking die. All the potential scenarios, I'm sure a lot of people can imagine, that could come our way, and we won't be prepared for them because we've been too stupid. We think we're smart, but we've been too stupid. So yeah, but at this point, we pretty much all gotta go get old, don't we? Hivis Bees here, welcome. Sandra, welcome. Let's see who. Try to catch up in chat here. Just in time says time's up. Yep, welcome. Jean says, hi everyone, how is it going? Been out in the cold working all day. The enlightened Mank is here, says the sun raw and sunset is set. The Egyptian gods are astrology metaphors. Yep, I guess so. Vague as usual. Paramedic saying hello to everybody. Yep. Uncle Bones is here. Welcome to the chat. Have us be saying hi. Try to skim through the hellos and the how do you do's. Gene says Google hates you. Let's see. Welcome, Blue-Eyed Northern. Yep, we all are. Just in time says, so this is LOCKBEARD Live, the infamous pirate. I guess so. Obviously, I don't have a standard pirate vessel, but this is the way I sail, anyway. Let's see here. Chad Bunger's in the house. Chad says, get yourself out in the woods. have a real experience with this thing, then you won't be a knower like me. I don't know who you're saying that to directly, but maybe me. I don't know. I mean, I certainly want to see one, and be sure that that's what I'm seeing. Because what I saw when I was a kid, I'm not sure what that was. I can't say. I'm not prepared to say what it was because I don't know. I think it may have been a Sasquatch. But that being said, even seeing it, I'm not going to be happy. I like to see things proven and real evidence. I'd like to see them proven. Which I know there's some people that are interested in these people who don't want to see them proven. They think it's going to be a bad thing for them. I think it'll be a good thing for them. But that may be an entirely different discussion. Gene says, I don't think they're stupid. I know they're not stupid, so don't lump us all in that idea. I know better. I'm a knower and didn't have to even search for them. They came to me. Yeah. Well, I'm not lumping everybody into anything. I think there's a segment of the cryptid community or whatever we're going to call it that thinks as I do that they may very well be more intelligent than we are. Iva is talking to Enlightened Mank. Give up, thanks. Explain to Mike Slavier there. Huh. Justin Time says Bigfoot most likely doesn't want to be bothered with toxic humans, possibly. Possibly. Paramedic says, didn't they show that only 5% of the population would be able to replace the technology we had in the 20s or something thereabout? I'm not familiar with that particular statistic, but I have no doubt of it. I mean, you drop most people today into the wild, they're not going to know which way is north. You know? They won't even be able to navigate across open land. If everyone was forced to live off the land, just they lost it. Somehow we lost all our technology, all our homes, all our cars, everything was gone, and we were just all back in nature again. Most people would be dead very quickly. They would not be able to survive in the wild. Sanders says, Gene holding my own too. Pray take it day by day. Asking if they like him yet. What? I don't know what that's about. You can give me his address. Brandy says, Justin, back the fuck off. Thank you, Brandy. Welcome to the chat. So you got a new picture? Get most of us through the day. Did we got a troll back in here, Hiveless and Brandy? Sharon says, Gene doing better. Thanks. When they turn the clock back, so I want to be in bed before it's dark. Then I hate this time change. Um, okay, I don't know what's going on just in time, but look, very shortly, you'll probably be blocked by everybody who's in the chat because they're sick of hearing any kind of nonsense if that's what you're bringing. And then you'll be just talking to yourself. So hopefully that's not the case, but do carry on. Hard on us all. Time changes. Hello, Michael Haywood. Welcome to the chat. Is that where Bigfoot's at, Chad? Brandy says, Justin, Stinka, whatever the heck the other name was. All you, I'm thinking, is this really fun for you? You have nothing better to do? Huh. So this is the Stinka person. Stinka. Blight Northern says, I don't need a camera or recorder. I enjoy the experience. My dream would be to reach out and have one touch my hand. And Pat's in the house of Squatch Talk. Yo, Pat. Welcome to the chat. Just talking a little Squatch. Brandy done had to reprimand somebody. Chad says, yes, if you go there, you're on your own. They are scary. I'm kind of wondering what's that. Hey, how are you giving me an address, a human address to Sasquatch? But sure. I don't see myself going to Iowa, but we got them here. You know, I figure I'll see one when I see one. You know, don't have a whole lot of time to go out in the woods these days. Too damn busy. Google Earth. I might try to take a look at it on Google Earth later. I'm not even going to try to do that while we're live because it'll probably shut this whole operation down. Bobby says, hello, everyone. Welcome, Bobby. So yeah, so that's one of the things I think is our issue is it's almost got to be the case that they are more intelligent than we are, that they were smart enough to say no to the temptations of technology to make their lives easier because they realize that making their lives easier will make their race weaker, as it is beginning to be demonstrated with us, that it's making us weaker, it's making us dumber. I mean, we still got some pretty smart people wandering around, but you know, that's going to be reduced generation to generation, especially as we see a tendency for the more intelligent to have fewer kids in first world countries. I mean, we're being bred out, if I'm to include myself in the more intelligent people. So another issue is within this discussion, right? Got too many people. They're not seeing it as they don't legitimately want to find anything. I don't think. I think they just want to utilize this subject to make money. I'm going to try not to call out anybody tonight, but you guys can figure out who, and you know, you see this anywhere, you know, like, because, you know, some of these people probably don't even believe Sasquatch exists. They just see it as an opportunity to make money. Just like some of these mega churches you see. I don't believe for a second that all of those guys you see on the TV screen preaching, I don't believe for a second that all of them actually believe anything that's coming out of their mouth. I think they're using believers to make money. Remember Katrina and Olstein and how he wouldn't open the church up for refugees? Had this huge, I don't know how much that place is worth. Mighty Christian of him. I don't know, but every time I see his shit-eating grin on the screen, I'm just like, dude, that dude is just happy because he's just breaking in the dough, and these people believe that he's the real deal. I'd almost bet he doesn't actually believe anything he's saying. Hello. Let's see here. Lots of hellos. Randy, be right back. Yeah. But did they retain any evidence from that? I don't recall. You know, this is another issue. Is we have stories that have been passed down for years. No evidence these stories actually happened the way they said. That's a problem, you know, because it's muddy in the water, right? We're wasting our time, you know, looking at stories that may not have happened the way, you know, like my tribe, the 1800s supposed war with Sasquatch, right? Okay. I'm just not buying it. I think what really happened there were some bandits. Now, who they were is hard to say. You know, but the story grows and gets crazier and crazier every time it's retold, right? So things get a little wild. Like they're talking about, like supposedly, like one of the men involved, one of the Choctaw warriors involved was supposedly 8'2" himself. And supposedly this group of guys, and I guess most of them weren't even fighting at first, but you know, it's just like LaFleur, Captain LaFleur, who supposedly he got his head torn off in the battle, but somehow they managed to. He wasn't one. I guess I don't know how tall he was supposed to be, but there was like this family group, this like a father and 6 sons that came as part of the 30-man group to deal with these raiders who had been stealing children and crops. And supposedly they came across these beasts and did battle with them and killed them. Three. Okay, you mean to tell me 30 men with 1800s weaponry were able to take out 3 grown male Sasquatch? I'm not buying it. I am not buying it at all. And as I recall, like the original story was something along the lines of that they were white, as in white people. So now, considering there's a little more behind this, because down here, close to the Arkansas border, Oklahoma, there's artifacts and stuff that show that the Vikings were here for centuries before this event occurred. May not have been a lot of them, but there were Vikings here. And others have suggested the same thing, that what this was Vikings, the remnants of Vikings, so that these Choctaws did battle with, and the story just kind of got changed every time it was retold, and but today a lot of people like to call it the Bigfoot War. Well, you can't prove that. You can't prove that. So we can't go off these stories from centuries ago, even just 1800s, 150 years ago. We can't go. Those stories do not constitute any kind of proof because of how much, because a hairy ass European dude might be described by an Indian as a big hairy dude because he might be a little taller than him, stuff like that, and it just grows from there. But it's just the stories aren't cutting it. They get brought up and they're not cutting it. They're not evidence of anything, and the chances of this story has morphed over time, like the game of telephone. It is too great. Like, we don't know what actually happened. We just don't. I don't think there was any Sasquatch involved in that little incident with the Choctaws and Captain LaFleur. But still within the realm of possibility, sure. Look, there's just no way to prove that. So calling it a Bigfoot war is just a big leap of faith. Catch up a chat here. Sorry, you don't have to apologize for nothing, Brandy. I think Justin must have bailed out, Michael. Papa Craig says, I just got out of the mountains, cold, wet, dirty, and tired. Just stopped by to say hi. What's up? Yeah, I think just in time. Checked out. Let's see here. Yeah. Pat says, yeah, the folklore doesn't matter at all. All those people are long gone. Focus on the now. Looking back does nothing. Yeah. We probably, yeah, because a lot of people try to point to, all the stories of the past, but look, we don't know how an idea can travel great distances sometimes, because the tribes would move around for trade and hunting and just migrating because it was a good idea for survival reasons, interact with each other and tell crazy stories, and then the story gets told again, and then it may get adopted, and they may forget where it comes from and think it comes from their tribe. And then fast forward a few hundred years, and we're sitting here thinking, well, all these different tribes have legends. They sound similar. Well, maybe because, it was like it could have all been one story that originated from one source, and it could have been bullshit from there, because I'm sure there were people that lied their ass off thousands of years ago, just as there are today. So we can't use stories. If we're looking for actual evidence, story, it's fun to listen to stories, but can't believe them, without some kind of evidence. Sharon says, Papa, get warm, eat, and get you some rest. Michael says, don't stop operating, Justin. Justin says, pirates are weak, bees need a hive, and Bigfoot is not real. Want to block me now, mister? I'll leave. I'll never block someone. Well, I haven't blocked anyone yet. I'm just saying that I prefer to leave it to the judgment of the people in the chat. They all have the ability to hit the little deal there and block you individually. And so you'll just be here talking to yourself, and I'll be sitting here not giving a fuck what your dumb ass says, just in time. You're just a moron wasting your time. So I can ignore you from here on out, and that's probably what I'm going to do. Papa says, that's such a good idea, Sharon. I think I'll do it. And Brandy's going to tear into you a little bit, looks like. Stink a bitch, you're hilarious. And for the record, I didn't say I'd never block anyone. I said I would block someone if they being an obvious troll. Someone that comes in and says, block me now, bitch, is being an obvious troll. So one more of those, and yeah, I'll block your ass. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of my chat. You're being a goddamn troll. You're not interested in what we're talking about. You're just trying to disrupt. You're trying to insult people. You can fuck off. Got it? So you might as well just leave on your own. Michael says that Justin reminds me of somebody. No, not him. Randy's laughing. Where's Mr. Lee? I don't know. Is he lurking? Brandy says that ass didn't leave, but I'm real close to losing my shit, and I have too many good values and still don't mean to do it so publicly, trying very hard. Don't worry about it, Brandy. Whoever it is going to keep on with their obvious troll behavior, and I hope everyone agrees that that's what I said. I said, if someone's asking questions and participating in chat, maybe they're being a little bit of an asshole, but not being an obvious troll. But I think everyone can agree at this point that Just in Time's being an obvious troll, and obvious trolls are disruptive to the chat and what we're trying to do here. And Just in Time's probably going to be the first person to be blocked, and they can try to pull their bullshit. You said Mr. didn't block it. Fuck you, Just in Time. You're being an actual troll. You are being an actual troll, so you'll be gone if you keep it up. Uncle Bone says that Lockbeard Connor had me join TikTok to watch and comment on his Dogman vid, and now the Cheenies have all the passwords to the prawn sites. Should I be concerned asking for a friend? I'm not really sure what if you're talking in code on some of that or not. I don't really Hyla says, just in time, Captain Stinka, fake Nick Lou, give it up, man. I got nothing against you. Good luck to you. P.S. I blocked that account from my chat again now. Come on, bro. This laters. Ditto. Not going anywhere, huh? Dustin is scared. You have to check it out tonight. We'll let you know what I did about it. Pat is the most powerful person in the Bigfoot world. Uh-huh. I see. I see. Sharon Guy says, Uncle Bones, welcome. I won't do that again, but I bet Connor has no idea this has to happen to us. Well, shoot. Just a minute. Yep. Just trying to make sure I got all of it covered. There we go. We should not see any more of that moron now. Why did they make me do it? Why did they make me do it? I totally don't want to do that. But this person was being an obvious troll. I think everyone will agree that it was time. Gene says, Lockbeard life is too short to play to jerks. Just get rid of them already. See, you done. Gene's through with you. Brandy's through with you. I'm pretty sure Hyblis is through with you. Brandy has a headache. Oh no. No headaches. Out of time, it seems. Justin? Yeah, Justin is out of here. He was a headache. Squatch Hawk says, how's your Wi-Fi, Lockbeard? I need to get you into the discussion soon, bro. Well, I mean, right now I'm on the farm on the weekends. I don't know that if I've ever tried it where I've been camping at near work. It might work. I don't know. I guess the only thing I can do is try. Brandy says, don't let the door hit you where the good door split you. Iva says, I don't buy that you're Tony, JT, but very funny. Yeah, JT's out of here. I hate to do that, but that person was definitely being legitimately a troll. Brandy fully supports this blocking. Gene says, it takes a lot for me to be done with someone. I was almost saying something about like that. It's like, damn. You got Gene's even through with you. Brandy says, I feel victorious as a matter of fact. Yeah. Well, thank you, Iveless. Sharon Guy says, he will come back in a name, so keep an eye out, everyone. Well, you know, if he or she or it or whatever it is comes back and behaves trollishly again, and yeah, I mean, Danny says, "Hey Gina, I'm sorry, I think I missed you." Squatch and Cowboys here says, "Howdy to everybody." We can try. Yeah, we should try um, sometime soon. Brandy says that guy has been following us around tons of chats, causing probs. Um, so what's this person so butthurt about? Really? I mean, what's the motivation here? Are they just that bored? Did is it some chick who is trying to get up on Hibis B's jock? You know, wooed by his accent and Blue Eyed Northern says, "Hey there, Joe." Yeah, who knows at this point? I figured you're too upset with the jerk notice. Yeah, yeah. Whoever it is, don't need to be pissing off Brandy. Bobby says, "Hey Joe, how are you?" I'm having to sit in my seat kind of differently, because they don't make chairs to handle me. I broke this damn chair, so I got shit piled behind it to prop it, but it's still sitting kind of. If that's straight, it's sitting like that. So I got some pillows and crap around me trying to. I need a new damn. I need a new pilot chair for the damn van. Apparently, I broke this bitch. I'll be waiting. Brandy says. Uh, Michael says, "Justin, are you going to take all this abuse?" Oh, Justin's gone. Michael, all gone. Gene says, "Brandy, I'm an expert on trolls, seeing as I am in Upper Michigan, and that was a troll. Doesn't matter the sex. Maybe trolls don't even have one. Maybe they're genderless." Bobby says, "Brandy, you'll be ready, locked, and loaded." Yep. Chad says, "Spineless pukes that hide behind keyboards." Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. It's like who was it that was in here that one time talking about like my real name or something? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? My real name is on every intro and outro, and it's on my about page. I'm not hiding anything. Where's your real name? It was I mean, I definitely had them owned at that point, but it's like, what the hell's up with people? Or for that matter, where's your damn face? Where's this person's face? Everybody sees my face, and especially now that the beard's been removed. Oh, there's Joe. Saw their show, covering all the bunch of random cryptids. Unfortunately, I was exhausted from the week, and I didn't make it to the end of the show. I fell asleep and totally slept through Squatch Talk, but I watched the replays. Um, hopefully once I get better settled in with my new job, I won't be so exhausted all the time. there's just a lot to absorb. Not not physical. It's not even like I've done far more physical labor in the past, but this is all, uh, you know, brain draining, man. Um, so yeah. So I see we got a Captain Stinka. You gonna play nice? Uh-huh. Yeah, but why would anyone come in with that name at this point other than to troll us? So I'm going to call complete bullshit on this comment right here. Complete bullshit. And he ain't been stabbing nobody in the chair. But like I've told y'all before, I don't ever like, because this is kind of, this is my desk until I like properly. I got a desk back here that I had to like cut it down shorter to kind of, to fit properly. But I gotta do some creative I gotta rig it up. It's gotta be like bolted down and shit like that, and bolted to the wall. So once I do that, and maybe I'll start actually sitting back there instead of in the pilot seat when I'm surfing the net. So I'm always in the pilot seat when I'm surfing the net, and I pretty much always fall asleep while I'm surfing the net. So I sleep here too, even though there's a bench seat back there that folds out into a bed and everything. I don't tend to use it. I just I fall asleep here, and then once I'm asleep, I don't give a shit where I'm at. I could be sleeping on a damn rock. I don't care. And so I've put this chair through its paces, and I guess sometime in the night last night I broke this bitch. It had enough. Are you kidding me? Really? Oh shit, bro! You gotta stop blaming me for every troll that comes in this stream. High speed, just stop it, bro. I ain't never done nothing to you. But here's the thing, Captain Stinker. You've never been in my chat before, but here you are. It's straight up formulaic. If this is a movie, it would be predictable as fuck and completely unentertaining. So whoever you are, you're the person that's been bugging High B, and yeah, and you're definitely just in time. Lester says, hello everyone. Removed my ventilator to get at the trolls. Hell21, welcome. Let's see here. Randy says, Captain Stinka, why wouldn't you chime in while Dustin was here? How can we know you're not that name? Yeah. It's definitely Captain Stinka. Flooding my chat with whatever this fucking vendetta is. I don't know what your problem with High B is. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's rubbed a few people the wrong way. But why are you bringing it in my goddamn chat? Go away. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you have. I mean, well, I mean, whatever this is, it originated somewhere else, and it's starting to bleed over here, and it's become actual trolling behavior in my chat that I'm having to deal with tonight. Apparently, I'm gonna block someone for the first time. Well, I already have. I blocked just in time. For the first time ever, I've blocked someone. And I was forced to because they were behaving like an obvious troll, disrupting the chat. I mean, we're not even talking about Sasquatch anymore. And they appear to be after Hiveless B for some damn reason. Yeah, big shit show. Hey, Bones. Hey, Gaywood. Best shit show in town. I swear, I literally just come to the stream and read up and see Hiveless had blamed me for a troll. I swear to you, Brandy. Yeah, we're not buying it, Captain Stinka. Try to catch up with chat here. Mank says, Mr. Beat, are you a believer of our rulers being reptilian people? Show me one shred of evidence for this. Just anything. But I mean, you know, look, don't bother. Like, we're not talking about reptilians tonight, okay? We're not talking about that. I don't even know that I'll ever will because it's just something that's so far out of crazy town that it's not even really warranted to really talk about it, other than to say it's crazy. It's some claims that people have made based on precisely dick. So, let's see here. Captain Stinker says, I ain't never done nothing to you, man. Why you hating on me, bro, at Hiveless? Huh. So, what's the deal with the periods, man? What's your game? Dark Waters, if it's the real Dark Waters, has a problem with me because I have a problem with DDoS, as does many people in the Bigfoot community. He's part of the people who are trying to make excuses for him and say that we don't know the truth of things, and that they like to bring up shit like, you know, people get wrongfully convicted, and then I don't want to talk about DDoS tonight. So we done that, and we just don't need to do that tonight. No, no chat drive-bys by Dark Waters. Kevin Stinka says, I swear on my family's life, I ain't that Justin guy. I'm telling you this, it ain't me, bro. I've been on your stream loads of times before Lockbeard. I don't recall Captain Stinka unless you were under a different name. Trolls. Yeah. Yeah. Joe says, okay, well, I'm going to pick up dinner. If you're still on, I will hop back on. All right, we'll see you later, Joe. Maybe we'll have all the troll action cleared up by then. What's that emoji, Chad? Witch's cat. Randy says, back to Bigfoot as you command. No. The reptilians is bullshit. There's no proof of it. Get the fuck out of here with the reptilian shit. until you guys can bring one shred of evidence. Holy shit. We have tons of evidence that indicates Sasquatch is out there, and a bunch of people with some just stupid claims for this reptilian crap. And as someone was mentioning the other night, I think it was Joe over at Western New York Bigfoot, about how in the fossil record we can see some kind of basis for where something like Bigfoot could have originated from, right? It's very easy to see where something like that could actually exist. There are no reptiles, period, anywhere. Well, I mean, that have anything remotely close to the shape of the human body like that. See, this thing, I think it originated with science fiction and shit. Like, people watch science fiction shit and get so like enamored by it and latch onto it, and they want to kind of create this narrative that it might be real. So I think some people watched V, where you had the alien, the humanoid shaped alien reptile things that wore human skin over to make themselves look human, were able to perfectly blend in with humans. People watch that and they love the idea and they're trying to make it seem like it's real. But going back to fossil record, there's nothing that could be, we could point at that and say, you know what, maybe that could be these things. And sometimes they might point to like dinosaurs and stuff, and like, dude, dinosaurs have been gone for 65 million years, and need to look a little more recently. Yeah, fuck DDoS. I don't know why Dark Waters is lurking in here putting periods in. I think he's trying to intimidate me, judging by nothing really blatant, but I feel like he wants to try and intimidate me. I'll probably post, like, they think, because they keep, see, the DDoS crew has been putting comments on that live stream, under that live stream, and then deleting the comments. But I have every comment comes on my email, so I got them all. I haven't deleted them, and I might just show them all, including what Dark Wilder sent me. Basically, it was one of the things he sent me was as a link to a YouTube video. It's a music video. The title was like, "You don't want war" or something like that, as in I'm trying to start a war with them, and I don't want to do that kind of suggestion. Well, dude, there's no war. DDoS was convicted for his crime. He has a history of this kind of behavior, and end of story. I'm sorry, too bad. And I saw where DDoS was saying on his show, because somebody told me to go check out what he was saying, and he's talking about how there's people from, I think he said, Vermont to Texas saying things about him, and that he has the legal wheels a turning. Dude, you ain't got anything. One, you're a public figure at this point, and two, they're not saying anything that's not true. You got to show that they're saying something that's not true. People are perfectly free to say what's true. Give it up, dude. Cats are cute. Have two. Hello, dishwater. Their videos are different. PP people showing reptilian eye. Dude. I'm not dealing with this tonight. I'm not even going to address any more comments about reptilians. Okay, bye. Brandy says, I would share tons of pics if you'll just call it pareidolia, but you'll just call it pareidolia, even though you can make out every detail on the face. Are you to me, or well, a lot of times it can be pareidolia, but you know, you never know. I mean, some of the things they could be real, but it's just, can we prove it conclusively? Are they clear enough to say conclusively that is in fact you know, whatever it is we think we're looking at? Chad says cats are the shit. I have 3. Have I totally? My cat just had kittens, man. They are just a bundle of fluff and joy. Brandy, cats are pussies. Paramedic says even if DDoS didn't leave someone bruised and bleeding, he lost his faith in prison and is a totally different person. Prison does that. I choose not to associate with that element. Gene, it's this enlightened Mank fella. He was trying to push flat Earth last time, and he latches on to, it seems like, every damn conspiracy out there. I mean, that's part of what I'm talking about here, though. You know, it actually freaking relates. Is we're trying to talk about, you know, actually finding Bigfoot, doing what we need to actually find proof and prove its existence, and the water gets muddied by all the bullshit out there. Mank is helpfully demonstrating some of that bullshit right now. It's not Bigfoot, but it's still, you know, you got a lot of people out there that are interested in the weird and unusual stuff, and they're wasting their time listening to people try to convince them that there's reptilians. They're talking about the eyes and stuff in the videos. Look, that could be just malfunction in the video or something, or it could be just someone purposely altered it. I don't know. They need to come up with something a little more concrete right now, though. Listen to an old show of his and a new Cuss Fest is for proof. Lester says trolls started during that stream, didn't they? Brandy says Lockbeard, he has a channel. He knows damn well you can still access those messages. Yeah. But I mean, my point about that is that I think that they don't want everybody to see them. They just want me to see them, maybe. But everybody will see them, I suppose, because I'll screenshot all of it and at some point and show y'all, I guess, because I mean, you know, they're definitely stirred up a hornet's nest. Pat says, "Fuck the DDoS crew too. Bring it, fuckers, cowards." Chad says, "Surround yourself with the things you love." Randy says, "This is Sparta, remember?" Squatch, yeah. I need to speed up on the chat here. You died back to Bigfoot? Yeah, you ain't got no proof of that, though. Chad Branger says, rhetorical question. Brandy says, Chad, good advice. Michael says, what if a troll was laughing about all this? Well, good for them, I guess. Oh, yes, we got another one here. Gene says, I love it, but I don't listen anymore. I don't do the drama with the other channels and with video out there. How can you say he didn't hurt Bat Mom? Nope, I can't do it. Yeah. We're basically just saying here, we don't want to associate with y'all with the that whole D and everybody who supports him. We don't want to associate with you. But it's funny how they're showing up in my chat now. I mean, here they are. It's like, look, we don't don't want you. We don't need you. And but here they are, you know, because they are trying to jack with me. Yep. There's a bunch of people supporting him, Chad. There's a bunch of people supporting him. And they're making excuses for him and they keep saying people get, I've seen it said so many times now that people get wrongfully convicted. So what? Are we supposed to just assume everybody is wrongfully convicted now? Everybody, like including D and all the pedophiles out there. We're supposed to just assume because you guys say so. You're saying that he's. You have to prove this shit. They have to prove what they're saying. But at this point, I really don't see that happening. There's just too much. My Brandy's shaking her skivvies. Poor Lockbeard, you're like an asshole magnet this evening. Leave the pirate alone, you weirdos. Bye, Mank. We don't care. Oh, shoot. Let's see here. It's not even a full moon. Yeah. Yep, not even a full moon. Yep. Brandy says, I heard if you pee in Dogman territory, it scares them off. Go pee on this leg. Daisy Dukes says, I am late. Where's the swingers meetup? Just dropped by to say hey, y'all. Hello, Daisy Dukes. Welcome to the chat. I don't know anything about any swingers, but let's see. Michael says, hey, Daisy. Been a while. Dogman can piss off. Brandy says, why'd they let the dog out? Pyro says, let me speak for Mr. Lee. Fuck them trolls. Yep. Brandy says, I'm done now. I'll behave. You're doing just fine. Daisy says, I'm just hustling and working, having fun on the weekends. Got a guy and a girl coming by and a few. Jean says, my question is, how can you support abuse? And if you do, who are you abusing? It is like the spouse that is accusing the other spouse of cheating when they are the cheater. Yeah, that happens a lot. That happens quite a bit. Yeah. Daisy, live it up. Where the hell is Lee? Chad asks. I don't know. Daisy says she's a first timer. Jean says, Chad, I sure hope Mr. Lee is okay. I'm sure he's okay. He's just not here. We can discuss reptilians on another stream, Make. Squatch Talk says, if you support D, hit the fucking road, and I mean it. go do your bullshit. The big kids will be over here doing right, and you don't want to fuck with us. Damn, Pat's going hard on D. Chad says, and he deserves it. Chad says, drunk in the kitchen, I reckon. Maybe. I've seen this shit for years, and no one has shown anything that's remotely conclusive. They just haven't. Daisy says, no, just a couple. I met a couple weeks ago at a restaurant. Kenta Stinka says, I'm just listening. Mm-hmm. Needed coffee stat. Yeah. Pat says, Chad Bunger, come see for yourself. Michael says, B, that must have been a big coffee. Brandy says, see, now don't purposely mess with Hyvis when you had your chance to clear the area. He doesn't want to associate with you, Captain Stinka. Okay, well, for sure. Put your snake up. Yeah. So what are the reasons you guys think we're not going to find Sasquatch? I don't know what we're supposed to talk about tonight. All this other nonsense. Another possibility, of course. Government. I think it's a very real possibility. Governments trying to hide their existence. Dirty deeds done, Chief, says Squatch and Cowboy. Uh-huh. Randy says, have fun, Daisy. Lester says, too busy fighting in chat rooms. Chad says, maybe we can't prove Sasquatch. Maybe you have to experience it yourself. Well, I mean, even if I see one, that doesn't create evidence for their existence so that they would be accepted as a real people to the world. That's what I'm most interested in, you know. You know, part of it just because of the discovery, it would be great. But part of it also is, you know, I think that humanity needs to have some kind of wake up call. Like we keep just destroying, you know, ecosystem after ecosystem. I mean, we have some regulations slowing it down, but it continues. And so if they're proven to exist, it may be just a kick in the ass that we need. But if government's involved, trying to hide them, you got to ask why. Why are they trying to hide them? Is it because they've been experimenting on them, or wiping them out little by little? Is it that they don't want to recognize them and have to deal with them? because they can't be controlled like we can, right? They won't willingly sit in front of a programming device in front of their couch. Or flip it around. What if they have controlled us the whole time? Like I said, it's almost like they almost certainly have to be more intelligent than us. What if they've been controlling the whole damn thing? That would be crazy, right? Zero professionals involved, yeah. Randy says I belong stinking. I'm done. I don't have time for this negative BS. Chad says I don't know, just saying. Let's see here. Maybe. Jeff Harding's in the house. He says, reason number one, Pat, I agree. Squatch Talk says, reason number two, the few people looking can't compete with them boots on the ground, and those people won't give up their shitty tactics. Yeah. A lot of people doing a lot of the same old, same old. There's a few people trying to think outside the box, but, I guess what I'm wondering is it possible that no matter what we do, we're never going to be able to actually conclusively prove, because if they are naturally and culturally reclusive to the extreme when it comes to us, having evolved alongside us for many thousands of years, it's just in their DNA and it's just permanently in their culture to stay the hell away from us because we kill and destroy everything. We got that, and then if you got the government on top of that trying to hide them, it's just like, damn, how are you going to crack that? You may never be able to crack that. Gene says, I am heading out. My pup with cancer is having a rough night going to go rocker. Night blessings to you all and prayers. Well, good night, Gene. Thanks for coming in. Brandy says, Bigfoot finds you. Go out with nothing. Everyone is more focused on their tech so they can prove it. Find out for yourself first. House B says, crunchy peanut butter chased down the real coffee. So good. Yeah. Pat says, if they are flesh and blood, we can overwhelm them, just not enough of the right people trying. That's why. Yeah. there's been a few decent ideas coming around. People are thinking more in terms of energy and frequency and stuff like that. And I definitely think that's probably a good idea, especially when humanity is just failing in that regard, and they're living off a science that they've learned that is kind of steering them away from correct understanding of how the universe functions. Um, so when they're talking about something like the fluorescent light thing, that might be something that helps. It may not be a critical breakthrough, but it may be something that helps. The electromagnetically shielded stuff, like Patrick Vaughn was mentioning, putting it in the ground. Um, uh, that may help if people, because you can't. One, you got to figure out a way, because like he was talking about, to install your camera if you're trying to get camera footage without them seeing you doing it, and then without them knowing it's there after you left. That's going to be difficult. And if they are able to detect the fields of the electronics, then that you're going to have to be able to somehow shield it. Some kind of Faraday cage, somehow grounded. Peanut butter and fluff. Y'all have terrible diets, says Chad. Randy says, yep. Michael says, is this the calm before the storm? Perhaps. Cold beer and ribs is the best. Jeff Hardy says, Uncle Bones, say peanut butter on your balls with a litter of puppies is pretty good. What the hell? Yep. Things are getting a little weird around here. Soldier's thinking and lowers your vibration, bro. Uncle Bone says, the one I seen you would not overwhelm at Squatch Talk. 9 to 10 foot tall, flesh and blood. Well, I don't know if that's what he. I don't know if he was talking about physically try to take one down, but that probably wouldn't be wise. As a species, yeah. I mean, eventually we kind of will. It's just I don't want it to happen like that, If we take over every inch of the earth and destroy everything and make it where there's just no place to easily hide anymore. Peanut butter balls. Poor puppy, says Brandy. Beer nuts. They're not just for Christmas. Yeah. Things got kind of weird in here, didn't they? So, yeah. We may be spinning our wheels. But, it seems like our most immediate fight is just within the cryptid community, though. You've got The water is muddy as hell. It just is, with all kinds of crazy shit. Lots of people who don't understand what actually constitutes evidence, and they love a certain idea that they will latch onto it in a second with virtually no evidence. And so while they're wasting their time focusing on stuff that isn't remotely proven, we're just not getting anywhere. And if all those people were to put their efforts into legitimate research, but they won't do it. They'll give it to somebody like Dyer, who's just there to take money. Chipmunk's name, baby. So original. Skippy. Climbed up my brother's leg to get it at Butterfinger Bar. Yeah. Brandy says, and I lied to my mom and told her the mom got hit by a car so we could keep it. She was awesome. So yeah, I'm just, when the government wants to hide something, everybody should be nervous. What's the reason? I mean, a lot of times they'll try to say, well, we do this thing and we do it, and this is a good reason why we do it. But then at some point you find out that they had some nefarious reasons for doing what they did. So I think we need to find out somehow just what the hell is going on here. Why does it look like the government wants to hide the existence of Sasquatch? I understand, I think, why Sasquatch would want to hide from us. Why does the government want to hide it? We can speculate and make guesses, but the moment we find out exactly why, it probably won't be any kind of trouble to find them. Don't they bite? Jeff says DDoS and Vault claiming the call they captured this past week on their live Dogman cam in Vault's backyard is a Bigfoot. It's actually two bobcats squaring off. That sounds about right. Brandy says the house we lived in at the time had doors connected every room, kitchen, into the living room, into the dining, back to the kitchen. My bro would run through in a circle with baby nipping at his heels. Michael Haywood says somebody got caught putting chipmunks in greasy sandwich bags. Jeff says, but they poison hundreds of people each time they show it, claiming it's Bigfoot. Complete bullshit. Yeah. There's just more muddy in the water there. It just adds to, even if, D did not commit the crimes that him and his crew are denying that he actually did, they're still poison for the Bigfoot community. They're full of shit. I mean, until they can actually prove something like legit, that, maybe they got some kind of legit proof of something somewhere, but it was just dumb luck or something. I don't know, but yeah, we got problems, bad problems, and when people will just support him regardless of the crimes he's committed. Why are you wearing a nurse's uniform, Brandy? Chad says life is too short to be so serious. L21 says, I'm just glad you don't know how to spell my name properly, you anagram legend, Mank. Brandy says, Cowboy, it's my Fleetwood Mac concert tee and a Thomas and Friends conductor hat. Yes, we see you're watching. We don't care. Randy says, I've been filming the train close by. Felt it was appropriate. E-nips. Who knows? And furthermore, I don't know what's going on with all the periods up in here, but yeah. Brandy says she don't know what you're talking about. Gonna go dark for a second, folks. Don't be alarmed. Yep. That time of the month, what? So what time we got? 7:39. Yeah. What's going on in your picture, Chad? Can't quite make that out. Michael says, simmer down, Lester. That's you making out with Bigfoot? Cool, cool. Printed circuit board and bank circuit capacitors. Purple? What's that about? So much craziness going on in the chat now. I don't even know what the hell's going on. In Bailey, Colorado, at the Bigfoot Museum. Well, of course if you're in a Bigfoot museum, you got to make out with the Bigfoot, I guess. Yep. So we cleared out the trolls. I'm kind of wondering at this point if Mank is a troll, because he just keeps on with all that crazy shit. Yeah, it's all over the place, Sandra. I don't know what in the world. Yeah, they recommend it. Brandy says purple is just something I say as a random response. It's meant not to make sense. Cool. Enlightened Bank. Rivers have currents. Oh man, it's not a fact. It's not a fact. You just because you put the word fact after something in capital letters doesn't make it fact. It just highlights the fact that you're trying to push some bullshit as fact. You understand that, right? Anytime someone sees someone state fact in capital letters after something they just said, you could be pretty damn sure that it's not a fact almost every time. Chad says, Brandy, it worked. Mark Dama says, good day all. Late, but at least I got here. Hope you're well, Lockbeard. Good enough, but tired. Yes. So much to do. And shit breaking. Had to replace a starter on the command center here because it kept not wanting to start. And it started all right, and then it wouldn't start at all. It wouldn't turn over. And different people having different ideas of what was going on, and the part store, like, supposedly they could test the start. Like, when I got there, he said, well, we can test the starter. We turned the van off, and then it started just fine. And of course it showed on their machine, well, the thing works just fine. Well, their test doesn't show, it doesn't show everything. I guess it could be wrong. If your solenoid's starting to go out, but because it started there for him just fine, he just, it appeared to be working, but it was the starter. I don't think Bigfoot fits in any of that nonsense. He's just spouting nonsense. Absolute crazy nonsense. Oh, he's French. I don't know if that's, is that any better than trolling? uh, in a cute way, I don't know. I'm not finding it cute myself, but you're French. Brandy says, is that in the movie? Were you quoting a movie just now? OSB says, L 21, Mink and Bigfoot don't know. Mink, what do you think of Bigfoot? Mink's talking about everything but Bigfoot and trying to make it seem like it connects, but you make my ass twitch? What the hell? Who's that? Who are you saying that to? Brandy says, I asked my sister-in-law if I could write that on the window of her car. She said, yeah, if she could write something across my forehead. So later that day, my forehead said, from now on, anal only, in permanent marker. Oh, man. That sucks. Chad says, are we allowed to make forehead comments? Brandy says, the starter, damn, I'm good. Yeah. Yeah. I'll find the pic. Oh, you have a picture of the forehead thing? Yes, a movie called French Cast, Meg Ryan, Kevin Kline. Squatch Talk says, things are getting weird. I'm cool with that. Yeah, it's, somehow I ended up with some crazy stuff coming up in here. And, they just won't stop. And they want to draw me into a debate. I'm like, why do you want to debate me? Go over in a modern day debate channel and debate someone over there. I've seen plenty of these flat Earth debates over there, and it's always the same thing. They keep trying to say this thing is evidence, and that thing is evidence, and none of it is actually evidence. And then when you start to make a point, they'll try to change the subject to something else and divert you. And if they have a hard time doing that, like Pat, I think were you on this one? I think you were on it might have been the debate you were involved with, where the flat earther, because the point being made involved the country of Chile, his way of dealing with that, the flat earther's way of dealing with that, was to deny the existence of the country of Chile. It's like, I don't know it's there. They think they're scoring victories, but they never score victory in a debate. They just show that they might be able to muddy the water of the debate. They might be able to argue better, but people can win debates without actually being right because they just use all the tricks. You love this crazy chat. They can't grow enough. Randy says, let's recap. Trolls, dogs, peanut butter balls, purple, ass switches, lions, and tigers and bears. Oh my. Sounds good. Sorry, spell check. Is Lester doing that math and getting wild? I don't know. Yep. see here. Gonna go dark again, folks. See what's up. Yep. I don't know what that means exactly, but Hell 21 says, well, this is all too weird for me. Take care, everyone. Great stream, Lockbeard. Lots of laughs. You're welcome. Hell, thanks for dropping in. Jeff Harding says, I turned on a football game on TV while in a central time zone. It was dark outside. The game was in California. It was still light. There must be a curve involved. There's got to be. Awesome. Yeah, it was crazy, man. Buster says, Michael, I am short of oxygen if that counts. You need to learn the definition of theory. This is what I'm talking about. You guys don't have, you're scientifically illiterate. You didn't give me a theory of any kind. Go back to, go back to grade school and start over. Can you tell I'm getting a little sick of all the nonsense? It's just an endless stream of just bullshit. So yeah. So anybody got anything else? All right, I see two bobcats screaming at each other video. I see that, Jeff. One says only curve is from you pulling on it all the time, Jeff. Michael says, Lester, I'm sorry you're short of oxygen. French chronic. Dude, you don't know what a theory is. A theory has evidence to back it up. There are actual facts that back it up. Repeatable experiments and observations. People always say this, like, that's just a theory. Well, you ever heard of gravitational theory? Well, you could say gravity is just theory, but go jump off a fucking building and tell me it's just a theory then. Just saying, you dumb fuck. You want to get it out of me, there you go. You're getting it out of me. You're being a dumbass up in my chat, and you're starting to get a response, and you may not like. Yeah. I mean, I don't expect everybody to know that, but don't come at me trying to tell me this bullshit. And I mean, you're coming hard. You're coming at me hard here, Mike, with a bunch of bullshit, and you're pissed off because I'm not just accepting what you say as a fact. What you have, everything you're describing is a religious belief. You believe this shit, and it's based on no facts. So whatever, you're getting it from some kind of somewhere that doesn't have science behind it. That's what straightens it out, Bones. Brandy says, Make, I'll happily have that conversation with you. Hello, Achaeos, and hello, chatters. Hello, Icon. Welcome. Joe says, Mank, do me a favor and look up the definition of theory as opposed to hypothesis. You might learn something just saying. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. But he keeps coming at me with this bullshit and then trying to say, he's trying to say facts are not real and then say a bunch of not real shit is facts. You come to the wrong place with that bullshit. Mank, I'm sorry. I don't know why you're hanging out here. I'm rejecting everything you're saying. Why are you here? You're just spouting a bunch of nonsense and bullshit. So, what do you want? You feel like being verbally abused tonight? Because I'll oblige. Dude, I don't even know where to begin. I mean, at least you said one thing that's kind of true. Gravity is a form of magnetism. But beyond that, you start getting crazy and trying to act like shit ain't. Look, I don't know why you're here, dude. I don't know why you're here. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know. I think you hang out over there at Ken's chat too. I don't know why any of the flat earthers are hanging out in Ken's chat. Ken proves the earth is not flat. He doesn't go hard on it, and he doesn't want to engage you guys because he sees, you guys are just not having any ability to learn at all. And you need to go back and just watch and try to understand what he's trying to teach people about how gravity actually works, what it actually is, how the universe actually functions. Dude, you don't know what theory means. You just demonstrated it. You don't know what theory means. Mark Gama says, sometimes it's best to remain silent and be thoughtful than to speak and remove all doubt. Well, I'm a bushy-haired German. Some stuff is inaccurate, but it's not all faked. You just want to reject everything. Everything's a conspiracy too. You don't. Maybe it's because you couldn't hack it in school, and you're just pissed off, and so now you're trying to create your own existence, your own science. Except it's all easily. If you actually go and study real science, you'll start to see, but you'll never do that because you say academia is completely fake. So you won't go to college and get an actual degree. You just won't do it. I'm not saying everybody has to and stuff like that, but if you're going to challenge academia, maybe you should learn what academia is trying to show you, but you won't do that, dude. I don't think there's any kind of debate taking place with Uncle Kenny with you. I think he tolerates you like the buzzing of a fly. Jeff says, in research, once is likely chaotic randomness, twice can be a coincidence, a third time is a pattern, and a fourth time is the very edge of the beginning of a theory. Developing theory takes a lot. Yeah. And people, it's upsetting because people use the word theory as if it's as if they think that the definition of theory is the definition of hypothesis or even speculation. They're talking about speculation or maybe hypothesis when they use the word theory. And to people who have actual scientific education, it's this is, you know, I don't know if all people are like me, but I find it disturbing. It's one of those things about our society that's going to lead to our damn extinction, because we have too many people trying to say things that they think are smart, and they have no idea how ridiculous they sound to people who actually have education. You know, I mean, know the difference between knowing something and not knowing something. What's how the saying go? The like the beginning of wisdom is knowing when you don't know. Meltology. Mank, I've said before, I only minored in geology, but I know quite a bit about geology. And dude, I don't know what you're doing here. It looks like to me like you might be treading on troll territory yourself. I mean, you're saying completely ridiculous shit like this. Why don't you actually go to college and learn actual geology, and then we'll see in a few years if you still say something as dumb as this. I mean, I saw that stupid melt video. It's all melted, melted. It's all melted. Every rock formation was melted, according to this guy. And you guys say there's bricks out there, man. I've climbed all kinds of ravines and mountains and shit, and been on geology field trips with college, and then out in the wild myself. There ain't no damn red bricks. You know, you learn enough about the geology, you can look at stuff and see what the hell's going on. You understand the chemistry that was involved and the physical processes that created those rocks. You don't know any of that, and you're rejecting it because some complete idiot convinced you about this meltology shit. Dude, it's absolutely ridiculous. I seriously don't know why you're here. Ray says, can we conversate without the insults? I need a drink. I don't know. I'm about to insult the shit out of Mank if he don't cut out with his bullshit. I'm gonna probably skip over his bullshit. I'm trying to skip over his bullshit, but I feel like I'm being trolled by him at this point because he just keeps on and keeps on with his bullshit. And I'm gonna keep telling him, look, we're not talking about this shit here. We don't need to talk about this shit here. Hivaspeed says, don't know how to respond to your email, so I went to the police instead. To Icon. Joe says, in scientific reasoning, a hypothesis is an assumption made before any research has been completed for the sake of testing. Yeah. That's how, like, some of these people use the word theory. They don't understand theory and hypothesis. Sometimes they're really using it as if they think a theory is a wild guess. How about a beer and a shot? Joe says a theory, on the other hand, is a principle set to explain phenomena already supported by data. Yep. Makes my head hurt. Fat talk. Sandra says, Michael Hayward, now you're talking. Hello, Jen. Welcome to the chat. Jeff says opinions can be developed from heresy, intoxication, false perception, etc. Theories are developed by witnessing repetitious physical occurrences or identical results stemming from physical action. Yep. Try to catch up. You guys, a lot of highs going on. Make it to row channel, please. Well, what time is it? 8:07. Wonder if Central Florida Bigfoot's on. That sure don't look like it. Sure don't look like it. He's not been on. He just hasn't been on consistently on Saturday nights. We'll have to figure out. 9:07 Brandy's time. Yes, we do. Fall back tonight. Just do it though. Don't think yourself out of it. He's on vacation. Cool. You think the fallback is stupid? Yeah, yeah. I said earlier, I don't know why we still do it. You know, there's street lights, there's headlights, there's, we have electrical light now. It's kind of like, if you're worried about things being dark, it's not that big of an issue anymore. We're able to light shit up. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess the good thing is you'll have an extra hour. So if you've been getting up too late, now you won't be. Brandy says it's getting darker earlier, all on its own. Why? That's because the Earth is a globe. At risk of getting that shit started up again. It's because the Earth is a globe. It's happening the way it's supposed to happen, and it shouldn't happen any other way. I don't know, without some kind of model to show. I mean, everyone saw this and when they were kids in school and stuff, but everyone probably forgets because it really didn't typically. It's just not a piece of knowledge you ever have to use. But as the Earth travels around the sun, you got to remember. Well, we'll say this is the Earth, and that's the direction that the poles are oriented. Well, it's at an angle. It's not straight like this. It's at an angle. And, of course, the Earth is spinning around that axis. So, when the North Pole is tilted towards the sun, that's when the sun's higher in the sky. And it's warmer in the Northern Hemisphere. But as the Earth travels around the sun, it still maintains that angle in space. But now it's on the other side of the sun, Well, now the North Pole is angled away from the sun. The sun is lower in the sky from your perspective here, and it's wintertime. And that's just one of many things that disprove and thoroughly help disprove flat Earth and thoroughly prove the Earth is a sphere. But that's why we're starting to move around. So the sun's starting to, in relation to, where you're at, it's getting lower in the sky. The Earth is spinning though the whole time, but it's kind of hard to picture, without a model to look at or something. But that's what's going on. It's doing exactly what it should. It gets lower in the sky, and from my perspective, because right tonight it sat right there, but earlier it's been moving. Earlier in the summer it sat all the way over here, so it's slowly moved over because the Earth is starting to angle away from the sun because it's moving around, not because its angle's changed. It's just it's moving around. Habit. I don't know why we still do it. Turned into an Australian. Wow. Crazy. Absolutely insane. Head over to Montage Beast Hive. Now my car and coffee marker are going and need a time change. Joe says, Lockbeard, certain people live in their own bubble. Nothing can touch them inside that bubble, and everything in the bubble is real. And what is not inside the bubble is unreal, even if it's based in fact. Yeah. And we're doomed as a species because we got too much of these people. It's slowing down our advancement. And sooner or later, there's going to be a big enough natural disaster that we won't be as advanced as we need to be to deal with it because we were held back and slowed down, by this kind of thing, and resources diverted to stupid shit because we're just not getting our shit together and fixing issues that should have been fixed a long time ago. I mean, right now we're seeing the world descending right back into 1940s Germany bullshit. And half these people don't even notice. And some of them are cheering it on. They don't see the dangers of where we're going. I mean, we're repeating history. So we're spinning our wheels. We're probably fucking doomed. Brandy says, oh, damn, the car. I always have to fix my mom's. Rabbit Aussie bro. Always forget, then freak myself out thinking I'm late. Bubbles are nice. We are Facebook friends now, so all is well. Or defenseless, ruthless. Huh. If he would just speak up for himself. Dude, you believe the Earth is a CGI snow globe? I mean, two could play at that game if you think everything's CGI. But if you actually, I don't know, step outside, observe how gravity works, and think about, what that means. Maybe actually perform yourself Aristophanes experiment, because that'll show you it's a globe just by itself. Watching the sun go down every day and rise, and the moon too, that should be enough to pretty much seal the deal, because the moon shouldn't go down on a flat earth. I mean, it goes on and on. People work real hard to stay ignorant these days. Yeah, they do. But this guy's like starting to really flirt with the edge of trolling. He purposely comes in here and just goes on and on and on about this crazy shit. Needs to go back over to Hivos B channel and probably stay there. Hivos B don't mind him. Jeff Harding says they put in a lot of overtime, Patrick. Yeah. He took you to the beach? A world is a vampire? Well, I've been meaning to try and keep these to 2 hours, and we're over 2 hours. So, if anybody has any legit final thoughts, despite all the rage, Smashing Pumpkins. Yeah, Patrick Vaughn showing up in the last minute. You really didn't miss much. I did mention you earlier, though, about shielding your electrical equipment with the ground. Good idea. I mean, to try not, in case they can detect the fields, that would be one way to combat that issue. So, I think we're gonna wrap it up. You know, we're past time really, and I've had enough for this week. And Pat says, Vaughn, we need you now more than ever. Yeah, where was he last night? Chad says, good night, you lovelies. Patrick is watching Iron Dogger live in the woods. Icon says, had trolls up in here, harsh and mellow. Yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, had to smash a couple of them. Unfortunately, they, left me no choice at some point. It's just disrupting everything. And Mank's getting close. Because he's just doing it so much that it's starting to feel like it's a troll. Jeff Harding says we need the In a World Patrick Vaughn promo right now. Mark Dahman says, catch y'all next time. Great show, Lockbeard. Thanks, Mark Dahman. Have a good night or day, I think, maybe where you're at. Not sure. The Volta Nightmare says, well, I'm no troll. You are definitely a troll. Joe says, Pat, no one can reach someone in a bubble, not even Patrick Vaughn. There's only room for one rooster Cogburn here. Some white zombie smooths out everything. See you later. Alright, y'all. We didn't really keep it on Bigfoot tonight as much as we should have, but whatever. Yeah, I know, and I don't give a fuck. You're supporting a criminal, and you love DDoS. Go love DDoS. I don't give a fuck what you have to say. You're trying to defend him. Brandy says, "Have a great night, everybody." Joe says, "Michael, is that some kind of chronic bud?" Mike Mink says, "German science creating as why would people believe them?" Oh shit, dude. Good night. Patrick Vaughn says, "Flat Earth was debunked by the Greeks. The Earth displays a round shadow on the moon." Oh, they have some kind of weird, twisted idea of how they debunk that, but they don't. They can't. They're not debunking anything, but they think they are. So. Good night, Uncle Bones. Yeah, tell him Pat. Good night, Pat. Joe said, you know the deal. Thanks, Lockbeard live stream. Hivis B channel, Hivis B, come on over and join the fun. Sounds like Hivis B is about to go live for those that want to go over there. Thank you all for coming, except for the damn trolls and the supporters of D who are trying to lie to cover up his misdeeds. And I'll see you guys next time.